So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Yeah, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny.
Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Ooh, and we are rolling. And we are rolling. Hey, now what you say now? It's your girl LaTangela, and thank you so much for hanging out with us for another episode of the LaTangela Show podcast. Now, you know, I'm over here playing around with these mics because I want to make sure that I get these people on the J-O-B. When I say get these people on the J-O-B, Precious Bell showed up ready to work. Darrius Simon showed up ready to work. When I tell you, Miss Shirley said, look, baby, they on their way. I said, say less. Say less. I know they're going to pull up and do it in the spirit of excellence on behalf of Metro Health. How y'all doing?
We're doing fine, LaTangela. How are you?
I'm holding on. Look, make sure y'all pull these mics up because we need to let the people hear what y'all got going on.
Yes,
now, on behalf
ma'am.
of Metro Health, located right there at 950, well, it once was called Washington, but it's no longer East Washington. It's now at 950 Laurie Burgess. They have so much that's going on. They're open basically 7 days a week, mainly 8 days a week, 366 days a year if need be, getting the information out when it comes down to being tested, when it comes down to being educated, when it comes down to just the resources that we need in the community. Tell us a little bit about the resources that you all provide at Metro Health.
So we have a COVID program. We also have Mpox, as well as HIV self-test kits where you could take at the privacy of your own home. We also have a Project AIM and Life Youth mentoring program.
That's good.
As well.
You know, I haven't heard much about the mentoring program, right? And being that it is summer months, we have so many idle hands that we do not want to become the devil's workshop. Tell us a little bit about the mentoring program and who all qualifies for it and how can we get more information?
So you could get more information over at Metro Health, which is at the Leo Butler Center, and Mr. Wendell, who's the director, who's the assistant director.
Wendell.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, he's no stranger to the community. He has definitely been a cornerstone for Metro Health for many years.
Yes.
You know, you see Miss Shirley, you're going to see Wendell. You see the work getting done, you're going to see Wendell.
Yes.
I always give him a hard time, say, hey, look, I came here to do some work today. I'm trying not to get fired on my day off. You know, and he just smiles and he gets back to getting the business clear, and to know that we have programming available not just for families in their time of need, but even on the preventive side of that. Because when it comes down to our sexual health, when it comes down to knowing our stats, when it comes down to being educated on the things that's impacting us, you know, because COVID shut the world down.
Oh, yeah.
But Metro Health did not stop. They didn't slow down.
Nothing slow us down.
You sped up, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
and Darrius, you're no stranger to the community and giving back and helping. Tell me a little bit about your position with Metro Health and what you have going on today.
Okay, so like Ms. LaTangela said, I'm Darrius Simon. I work with Metro Health, and I'm currently the coordinator of the Mpox program.
Okay, now hold on a second. When you say Mpox, you know, y'all done renamed it because I got to keep up. Mpox became Mpox because some people thought that monkeypox was a little too abrasive.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So just to make sure that we don't think that there's another string of something else or that this is something new, you know, because when we're educating the public, these are the things that we need to have in the transparency of the work that's being done.
Yes, ma'am. The phrase monkeypox was just too adversarial for the community, too adversarial for the world. So the CDC and the governing bodies decided to try and change that and make it a little more conducive to the public.
Yeah.
Something that they can take on easier. So Mpox is what we're referring to monkeypox as now.
So when we talk about Mpox, you know, the world has been on the COVID craze. We know what that looks like. We know what that feels like. We almost know how to do the home remedies to cure that at this moment, right? But when we start saying Mpox, what are some of the factors that we would be looking for to say that this could be that? Some of the signs.
Right. Okay. So the main identifiable symptom is going to be that rash. The rash that everybody knows about is the kind of scary symptom. That's going to be the main thing that you're looking for. Other than that, the symptoms are kind of general flu-like symptoms. You're going to have the fever, the chills, swollen lymph nodes, exhaustion, muscle aches, back aches, headaches, and respiratory.
Mpox is hitting hard.
Yes, ma'am. It
Now,
is.
now tell us about how does one contract Mpox? Is this something that is by touch? Is it airborne? What does that look like?
Like most pox viruses, Mpox is highly contagious, and right now, the stats on how it's being transmitted aren't really that good because we don't have that much information. But
Because it is still so new.
Yes, because it is still so
Right.
new. Right now, a lot of the transmission is through sexual transmission, and it's really prominent amongst the gay community, bisexuals, males that have other sex with other men. But that does not mean that this is a STD. It is not a STD. It can be spread through touch of the infected areas. So those areas where the rash,
rash, cuts, sores.
yes, ma'am, all those close, intimate contact is how it's being spread. But primarily is being spread through sexual transmission.
And we have these conversations, and I learn more and more every time that Metro Health comes through the door. I get excited to see y'all because I know if we're doing a field trip, we're doing a block party to make sure that we're inviting families and friends to come out as a resource fair, because this information is important. And we can't continuously be on the tail end of it, knowing that we have to come up with some type of a cure. If we don't come up with solutions, or at least knowing that there's an issue that needs to be addressed, how do we get to the cure? Precious, you've been with Metro Health for some time now. What is your position, like your day-to-day operation? What does that look like for Precious Bell?
I am the HIV self-test coordinator now.
Okay, now hold on a second. I got questions that need answers.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you talk about HIV test coordinator, that looks so many different ways these days, right?
Yes, ma'am.
One, I'm just glad to see that we're finally breaking the barriers of the stigma of getting tested.
Yes, ma'am.
At what point in a new relationship do you ask the questions? Do you know your stats? Have you been tested? Let's go get tested together before you touch me. Like, these are the things that people should be having normal conversations about to relieve some of these stigmas.
I agree.
But in your line of communication and your line of work day to day, what has been one of the biggest hurdles for you in getting the public to come in, to be comfortable enough to say, all right, let's talk about some of your methods?
Well, some people, when they hear HIV, they run.
Yeah.
Like, they do not want to get tested. I think the fear is to know those results.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where the self-test kit come in at. They
Okay.
can take it at the privacy of their own home, in their own space. They do
Yeah.
not have to go out into a doctor's office to get tested.
Okay, I like that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's talk about it, because we're going to play devil's advocate on this, right? Years ago, when they came out with the rapid testing, where you could learn your results in 20 minutes or less, life can change one way or the other within that 20-minute stance, right? Now you can have a home self-test kit and life can change for you at home. But when you're going through those changes, if you're getting the results one way or the other, and the results may not come back in the way that you expected, one thing I love about Metro Health is that you all don't leave us with the results just dwindling. You have
Right.
wraparound services,
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
caseworkers, because life does change when things change.
Right.
So what do those wraparound services look like for those who may want to come in and get a home test kit, but they're not sure? They may want to come in and get a 20-minute rapid testing, but they're not sure. What do those wraparound services look like?
So we do have a nurse practitioner over there at Metro Health at the Leo Butler Center. We have
Okay.
a nurse practitioner they could set an appointment with. If they so happen to get a positive result, they would come in to meet with our nurse practitioner.
Okay.
Where we will provide different services to get them treatment.
Okay, good. And with the caseworkers, your nurse practitioner, you have so many people that keeps it confidential. In our community, we don't like getting help because we don't want people in our business.
Right.
Well, your business is important for you to know,
Yes, ma'am.
and at Metro Health, they pride themselves on keeping it confidential because they want to earn the trust of the community. They do not want to lose the trust of the community. What are some of the things that you all would like to say to encourage someone to come in, get tested, whether it's for Mpox, whether it's for HIV, STDs? What are some of the things that you would like to say on behalf of Metro Health, just throughout your day-to-day walk in your roles?
Well, as a member of the community, I was using Metro Health Services to provide me with all those services, and they always kept it confidential. The staff there was always very welcoming, and it was just always a great experience. And I'm so glad that I got to be able to actually join the team of Metro Health and be a part of providing that experience. So I say that coming from a person from the community who has experienced the community, who has experienced those feelings of anxiety or anxiousness thinking about getting tested or what the results can be, Metro Health is a place that we're going to be there for you.
I love that. And that creates a level of sensitivity, but also shows me that you're willing to invest in someone that invested in you. So that had to impact your life in a positive way. Just say, man, these people cared enough to care for me through this situation, to help me wrap my mentality around what life changes are taking place. And I need someone that won't have that judgmental tone.
Right. Exactly.
Because, oftentimes we don't want people to judge us when we're going to get our hair done, get my nails done a different way, especially when it comes down to our health care, right? Yeah. Precious, on your behalf, what is it that you would like to give the community to say, hey, look, Metro Health, we're on the block, we're family, we're here?
Hey, look, we family, guys. Like, you guys could trust us. As Darrius said, we are very confidential. We have the resources that you need, the services. And if we can't provide those services, we know connections. We got connections.
I love it. We know people.
Yes, ma'am.
If we don't have the answers, we know people.
Shirley Lolis, know people.
Yes,
people.
ma'am.
That's what I love about Shirley Lolis. Not only does she know people, she will call people to say, baby.
Oh, yeah.
And when she hit you with that baby, you already know. Everybody around her gonna do some work, but it's always doing work to move the needle right in the right direction.
Yes, ma'am. And also, LaTangela, I would like to share with everyone that we have a National HIV Day event over at Walgreens on Government.
When is this?
That is on June 27th.
Okay.
From
Field
10
trip
to 2.
June 27th, 10 to 2. Where we going?
Yes, ma'am. We're going to Walgreens.
Okay. And which one is that?
That's off of Government.
Government. Yeah, because they have a Walgreens on the corner of Healthy and Happy. On every block. So
yes, ma'am. And there we will provide information, and we also will provide COVID vaccinations. The first 25 people get a $25 gift card, you guys.
What?
Yes, ma'am.
Pull up on me.
Yes, and we will also be offering HIV self-test kits as well.
There it is. So all the way down from COVID vaccinations, boosters, Mpox, information, a resource fair, great times, gift cards, and just a family affair. I love it.
Yes.
What's the contact information if we really want to get some information that we can pass out in our church? If we want to pass out some information on our job, how do we contact you at the Leo S. Butler Center?
That is 225-338-9333.
There it is. My pen stopped writing. What was it?
225-338-9333.
And you can find us located at 950 Lloyd Burgess Avenue.
I love it. And I know y'all got more work to do, so I'm going to let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And y'all tell my girl, Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley, I love you, Miss Shirley. I love you.